And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from the Death God, who asked the question, who would win in a fight? Bon from the Seven Deadly Sins versus Doomsday from DC. Both technically immortal characters who can't die, theoretically. Although later on in the series, as I learned, because I have not personally watched or read Seven Deadly Sins, he did lose his immortality, but had gained enough durability to seem like he could survive the same stuff. Look, this is another one I would have probably done in the speed round video. So if I do not go into great in-depth analysis here, that's only because this comes off as a big curb stomp. Bon is one of the Seven Deadly Sins. I believe he is the sin of gluttony, if I'm not mistaken. He has the ability Snatch, which allows him to steal equipment like within his line of sight. He wields a weapon that is basically a chain. It's not a chain whip. It is a chain. Hold on. Bon, Seven Deadly Sins. I'm just going to get that back up here real quick. It's like, it's a 3-section chain staff. And he has an ability that lets the chain move whatever direction he has. He was functioning immortal thanks to the Fountain of Youth and could survive near deadly injuries without scratch. His time in Purgatory allowed him to grow even stronger and survive similar injuries to when he was immortal, but he had lost his immortality at that point. He fights a little on the reckless side to be simple, not simple. He fights on the reckless side. What is the word I'm trying to look for here? I'm like just stuck on the word. To be blunt, I guess, because he couldn't be hurt, so he doesn't really care about getting hurt. And this is all well and good, except this is freaking Doomsday. Yeah, he's physically strong. He got enhanced physicality, strength, speed, endurance, durability, all that are enhanced. This is freaking Doomsday. Like, this is the thing that, at its weakest point in the entire history of DC, beat Superman near death. Superman. If you're also going to argue Bon can beat Superman, how? Explain to me how Bon could beat Superman. Even beginning on a series Superman. Superman at that point in time. Explain to me how Bon could beat Superman. Legit. What ability does Bon have that could beat Superman? Not outlast Superman. I mean straight out beat Superman in a fight. Because if you can't give me an example of how he could beat that Superman at that time, you cannot give me then an example of how he can beat Doomsday. Yes, Superman beat Doomsday, but he barely did it. And then Doomsday just kept getting stronger because that's what Doomsday does. He not only has a regenerative healing factor, he not only has just bone claws that are apparently poisonous and can constantly be regrown, but even if you kill him, he will adapt to whatever killed him and come back. He has strength on par, if not surpassing individuals like Superman. He's fast enough to tag light speeders like the Flash. He's durable enough to take straight on supernovas, the freaking Omega Beams, which disintegrate enemies, to the face, and the full strikes of Superman, and the endurance to keep going, and stamina to keep going on until the end of time. That was really how they ultimately defeated him, was sending him to the end of time. So there is no conceivable way that a non-immortal Bon can beat him. He will be killed. An immortal Bon for a while could at least hold out, but he could not dish out enough damage to do anything significant to Doomsday, let alone put him down for the good. There's just nothing that Bon normally has in his arsenal that I've found that has any effect on it. Hell, honestly, the strongest hitters of most universes, outside of comic universes, I'm talking about like anime universes, the strongest hitters outside of those universes, or in those universes, would still be hard pressed. Like, I made the argument Goku could still beat Doomsday, but because Goku is a universal and multiversal level individual. That is the level of power that is capable of beating Doomsday. But even then, Goku would be hard-pressed to do it. It would probably take a lot to do it. But he could do it. Like Beerus, I imagine, could do that. Whis could do it. Like Zeno could easily do it. He could just wipe him from existence. Like, those types of characters, sure. Let's see. Is there anyone in No, I'm just going off the top of my head here real quick. Is there anyone in Naruto who could theoretically do it? Ooh, that, you know what? I say that a lot. I don't even know if there's anyone in Naruto that can do that. Because honestly, even if Kaguya sent into a different dimension, he can punch through dimensions. So, not Kaguya. I don't even know if any of the Otsutsuki can do that. Bleach. Yuak with the Almighty, maybe. Ichibei could. Ichibei could. In fact, he's one of the few individuals who could outright neg just about anyone in any other continuity thanks to his abilities. Or any other universe. But Ichibei, so I mean, that's two I can throw out for Bleach right there. I don't even think Yamamoto could beat Doomsday because, yeah, his Bankai makes him as hot as the sun, but Doomsday could survive a dip in the sun no problem. So that's actually not something that would, I don't know. Yamamoto maybe Aizen, but both of those are maybes. Like, the only two I could maybe guarantee out of Bleach would be Yuak and Ichibei. Those are the only two I could guarantee. But only because they have seriously hacked abilities. And I'm just throwing a couple more out there real quick. One Piece, I can't think of anyone in One Piece who has the ability to do that. Oh, Majin Buu in theory could turn him into chocolate. I guess that's something. So there's another character in Dragon Ball that could do it. I'm guessing, I don't know a lot about Sailor Moon. It's going to be interesting next time I see a friend of mine. She randomly starts texting me on my day off saying, you know, hey, I'm going to die in the silver, and Sailor Moon will beat Goku in a fight. I'm like, first off, I didn't even know I was having this argument with someone else. I didn't know we were having this argument. But second, I'm like, okay, I disagree with that. And then when I finally look, because I knew I had to look into Sailor Moon, I'm going off tangent here, but there's not much else I can say about this fight. When I actually looked into Sailor Moon and looked into like the threads about that fight, looking at what Sailor Moon is theoretically capable of, although I still need context or things like the transcendent being, because omnipotence is like that's. I think there's got to be context for that. It's like she's clearly not constantly a god, so yeah. But I can see that there are scenarios that Sailor Moon could take the win. I can see that. After we're looking into her actual abilities, I can see that. However, and my friend showed me a TikTok video about this, where a guy was basically listing off all these. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Like he was listening to us, oh yeah, Goku and Beerus shook the Universe 7 with their power, where Sailor Moon destroyed and recreated a universe, so Sailor Moon's clearly more powerful. I'm like, I don't want to redo the Goku versus Sailor Moon videos, at least not anytime soon. So I'm like, you do realize, A, that Universe 7 is proven to be like 7 to 13 times larger than our universe, which is what Sailor Moon's universe seems to be a carbon copy of. B, that was just the shockwave of their punches, not them actually expanding their power out. It also had to reach, it was also the combination of power between Beerus and Goku, and they were trying to go all out while holding back, and that's just Battle of Gods, not when Goku got all the amped upgrades onto that. So I'm like, the argument I'm hearing this person making, like, this is someone who's clearly just biasing over Sailor Moon without actually going into feats. Legitimately down the line. Anyway, I digress. I've gone on a tangent. Anyway, point being is Doomsday, I don't see a scenario where Bond wins this fight. Bond might be wondering, I just think he's a monster, and then Doomsday starts to neg all of his attacks, and Bond's like, well, this is and then all of a sudden, Doomsday just starts smacking him around. And if it's not a mortal Bond, well, Doomsday's got the strength to completely squish him dead. Like no, your immortality's not there. You're done. If it's a mortal Bond, well, he might squish his head, the head will grow back, but eventually he'll just knock Bond flat on his ass. Maybe just literally throw him into a sun or something. See if his immortality can handle that. Either way, or throw him into space or whatever. Point being is, Bond would lose this fight, Doomsday would win. That's my 2 cents. Like a third of this video is just me talking about characters that could theoretically be Doomsday, and then me going on a Goku Sailor Moon tangent. Anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you folks for the next one.